How's how's your role change, if at all, in the 3-4, in the way you guys are doing linebackers now?
You mean as far as from spring or last year?
Last year.
It changes a lot a little bit. We're playing more aggressive in certain defense where they got installed for us. Some certain calls we do will engage us to play more downhill, play more aggressive. So, last year it's kind of more playing, more side to side. This year is more downhill. So I'm real excited about that.
You think that plays to your strength?
For sure. I mean, it plays to any linebacker's strength. Be able to come downhill, be able to know you got, help to the side of you. Be able to come downhill fast, be reckless is just what we want. So make plays, and it's good for us.
How do you guys handle calls with the extra guy, extra linebacker? Does it change at all?
Not really. I mean, we do our little hand signals or whatever, but it's nothing major. We know whoever's going is going. Whoever doesn't go, then we know we got certain responsibilities to it. But we make it work.
What's it like having Josh Woods back?
It's amazing. Me and him been working together all off season in the weight room, doing double days even after a lift, come back later and lift. He's really brought me, made me a better athlete and a person actually. Just trying to grow my mind and the IQ in football, and have him out there. We build both know defense really well, being able to make calls on both sides, and just make each other better out there. Fly around. Whenever I might be having a little low day or I might be feeling something, he bring me up, or vice versa. So, it's good to have him out there with me for sure.
Does he give you kind of a coach vibe sometimes? I think Coach Pellin said he calls him Coach Woods sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he's a senior of the group, so he has to know everything. He does. He's very smart. So if I forget something or whatever, he'd be like, "Come on, like this," and then it's kind of like a little coach vibe then. But it's never like he's overpowering me, like he's saying like do this, do that. Like he's always trying to bring everybody up. So he's taken on a leadership role with open arms, and he's done a great job with it.
What about getting Jalen back too?
It's good to see him out here for sure, flying around. For sure, need him a big body on the end, and be able to set the edges. Once he gets a better grasp of the defense and stuff like that, he'll be flying around. His motor's always been good, so it's always good to have him back.
What about you physically? How have you changed at all since the spring?
Lost a little bit of more weight. Right now I'm weighing about 230. So after camp, or kind of through camp, I want to get it up to 235. So working on that, but I feel better, be able to run faster. Speed got better over the offseason, and we've been tracking out with numbers. So, feeling out here, just getting my breath back, It's been a while since down here in pads flying around, but it's been good. My body feels amazing, really.
Do you have like a before 40 time that you ran last year and a current 40 times that you were testing?
It's not really based on 40 times. It's based on we wear this little thing like a GPS tracker that tracks type of speed and how far distance, explosion, stuff like that. So they tell us like a little spreadsheet every day, so we get to see how fast we've been going or type of how many explosive bursts we have. So you track that, but no, not a 40.
So you noticed from the first day of fall camp compared to your last day of spring that it was a big jump?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Even through the off season, working on it and working on technique, and Coach Heiberger and the guys have been helping us, tremendously, on our speed and getting our strength up. So I commend them.
How are your lungs doing after last year? I know it's a fluid buildup in a couple of games. How's that going?
Yeah, I was dealing with pneumonia for dang near half the season, but that's gone. I'm not dealing with that no more. So I'm able to come out here feeling like I can breathe and be able to fly around. You can see during practice, I'm not really huffing and puffing no more. I'm able to fly around through the whole practice, even how fast it is, and get my wind back quick. So I'm feeling good.
Did doctors figure out a way to solve that problem so it won't come back?
It was just make sure I stayed on my antibiotics and make sure I got my rest. I didn't really get the rest time I needed. I was out here, just trying to work and push through it, 'cause I didn't really think much of it. And then by the time I found out, it was already almost too late. So once I started taking my antibiotics, took a week off, and then I didn't really still didn't get enough rest. But through the off season, after I got time to rest and got time to take my antibiotics, I'm good now.
Did you have that problem before?
That's first time.
Okay.
First time.
I feel like the defense kind of has a hunger to prove that last season really wasn't who you are.
Yeah, we do. We're out here flying around, we're working, getting our strength up, getting our speed up, getting our knowledge of the game up. We want to prove we can stop the run. We want to prove we can stop whatever we want to stop. Whatever demons we're in, whatever front we have, we're gonna do our job and fly around and be aggressive at all times. So we do have a chip on our shoulder, and we do want to fly around and do what we got to do.
You talked about a reckless abandon, the aggressiveness. Is it kind of the mindset out here in fall camp? Instead of just staying in your assignment and being perfect, being willing to make some mistakes early in camp and seeing how that works, just because they'd rather you be aggressive than just be on your heels a little bit? Is that kind of the mindset?
Yeah. They do want to play aggressive for that reason. If you make a mistake, go back and film and watch it later. But even in certain calls, we're just playing aggressive period. Like, it's not just based on making mistakes. It's just how we play. Flying downhill, making new gaps if there's not one, or flying through a gap. It's whatever it is. We just got our whole mantra is be aggressive.
What's Mike been like this offseason and seeing him out?
He's been great. He's been in here like me and Josh, working. Got his weight down a little bit, and he has a motor. When you see him out here a little bit, he flies around. That's good to see. He's really he can be aggressive, and just trying to get him to do things and get a better knowledge of the game, especially playing outside backer from transition from last year playing inside. So just giving him the better knowledge of that, and once he gets that down, he's gonna be awesome.
Good. What's it?
Foot's good. Foot's good. Back 100% out with my team, so I'm doing well.
What does it feel like to be back out here, especially after missing not only the end of last season but the spring as well?
It just makes you more appreciative for every day. Like, even when practice gets hard, it makes me just be like, man, like, why would I get frustrated right now? Like, I was in the weight room during practice and rehabbing, so I'm just thankful to be out there with my team and back competing, and so I'm really just enjoying every moment. That injury makes you like not take things for granted, so I'm just appreciative for every snap I'm out there with my team.
It happened in the Colorado game, obviously, but with the safety kind of rolled onto your foot?
Correct.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, just like he just rolled on my foot. I mean, I've been tackled that way 1,000 times, and it's something. This injury just can happen. Just it's just pretty crazy, really rare injury. So played 2 more plays on it, just realized something was wrong, and we see how that lasted. So
yeah.
But I'm back now, so I'm happy. I'm past that.
How hard was that, knowing you were playing at a tremendous level and everything you'd endured to kind of get to that point? Now here you were showing, and then it happened.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating because you put in so much work in the off season. I had put in so much work in the years to come, just building up to that moment, and then finally I'm experiencing some success, and I had a great quarterback at the helm who I had a really good connection with. So it was definitely frustrating, but you live and you learn from the things that happen, and I'm hoping I come out better this year than I was then.
When were you able to finally ditch that scooter you had?
I was on that scooter for a while, a couple months. I was on it, so that was my handy dandy scooter, but we're past that now.
Did you keep the cast, or did you throw that out?
I never had a cast. I just had a
Okay.
splint. I just had a little splint, and I had it for like a week, and I had a boot on.
What do you think kind of sparked that amazing month you had last year?
I just was trying to be consistent every day. I was just trying to be as consistent as I could and make sure Josh, he trusted me, so whenever things went wrong or whenever he needed someone to make a play, I wanted him to have enough faith in me where he knew that he could give me a chance and I'll make the play for him. So I just feel like every day I just try to come out there and be as consistent as I can, so I'm dependable and people depend on me and people can trust me, and I feel like when people trust you, you get more opportunities to make plays, and that's what ended up happening.
How do you think your role will change, if at all, in the Chip Kelly offense?
I'm not sure. I'm just going to be there for however they use me, but I'll just be the same guy I was last year. I'll be consistent in whatever they needed me to do, and so wherever he puts me on the field, that's where I'll be.
Have you noticed the tight ends being used differently than last year?
It's similar. We're split out a little bit more, but it's similar. We run the same concepts. Football is football, and so you're pretty much running all the same things. So, but he uses us a lot. We have a lot of 2 tight end personnel stuff. We have 3 tight end personnel stuff where we can get a lot of us on the field. We got a talented group, so I'm really excited.
Can you describe the dynamic when you and Devin Asiasi are on the field at the same time, because he had to take the year off for last year?
I mean, we'll both be really excited to get back on the field. Devin is an extremely talented player. He's big, strong, fast, and I'm very excited to get him on the field with me, as well as Jordan Wilson. So, I mean, both me and Devin being out last year, we'll be very excited to get out here. We've had a lot of thought process into the game. We've watched a lot of mental reps. So, I mean, we should be really excited, and we should have a really dangerous tight end core this year.
How much of a jump do you think the tight end group has taken since 2016 when Nate Iase was like
huge,
converting over from fullback or whatever?
We've had a huge jump. We bring it in. I mean, right now we have, I think, 8 tight ends in our tight end meeting room. We brought in three talented young guys, and we got me and Jordan and Devin and Drew and Connor. We have a really talented group, and I mean, for a while when we first brought the tight end group, it was me, Austin, Roberts, and Nate Iase. It was just 3 of us, so like we didn't really have anybody else, and Jordan Wilson, but we didn't really have a big group. So I mean, just to see the growth of our room and see how people are really true tight ends. Like Austin was a former receiver. Nate played fullback and linebacker. I played quarterback in high school. So now we really have a tight end group who kids were recruited here to play tight end. So it's definitely different.
Is it difficult to go through a camp with 5 quarterbacks trying to prove themselves versus knowing that Josh Rosen's going to be the guy, and you can kind of develop that chemistry with Josh because he's throwing all the first team reps?
For me, it's not really that difficult because I'm just focused on really doing my job, and I'll let the rest play itself out, and the rest will control. And I'll just like I said earlier, I'm just going to try to be as consistent as I can for every quarterback, whoever's has the ball in their hand. I want to be a guy where they say, well, we know Caleb can make a play. He'll catch the ball when it comes his way. So right now, I really don't really focus too much on the quarterback position. I just know I got to do my job and do my part, and I'll be there whenever they throw me the ball.
You didn't experience the Chip Kelly tempo in the spring, so what was it like jumping into that first practice?
My first day, I was really tired. My first day, I was out of shape. Not even out of shape. It was so different. It's really fast. You get lined up, and so the first day was difficult, but yesterday I was much better. Today I felt like I was even better than I was yesterday. So I feel like it's just something you have to grow to get accustomed to because it's different. But I'm definitely excited, and I feel like we'll be in really good shape by the season.
Devon said he wanted to develop his leadership over this offseason. Have you seen that from him? And what
I have.
work to do?
He's been more vocal. He's been, and it's hard because he was behind a guy like Josh Rosen for 2 years, who we know is the leader and we know is the guy. So he had to sit in the shadows a little bit and work on himself and on his leadership role with a different group. So I feel him stepping up, and I feel him trying to be more vocal and trying to tell guys specifically what you need to do and what he wants from you. So I'm really excited to see Devon's future and see how he continues to grow.
Would you say the tempo is something that they say from the start of practice, even in stretching? It looks like you guys are already in that tempo mindset. It's not something you like flip a switch.
Yep, we're always, Coach said he wants us to fly every day. So we're always on the move. We're always running from drill to drill. In the warm-ups, we're always on the move. So that's just as a concept we've brought even through the off season. We're always moving. We're never walking. We always got a helmet on. We're always ready to go. So it's something we incorporate into our whole lifestyle and flow as a team.